Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
For the best TV viewing experience, witness the coziest maroons, the most vibrant and brightest moons, the eeriest and darkest tombs, and radiant and vivid hues in any type of room with the Neo QLED and OLED TVs by Samsung. We're supposed to say Samsung, but that didn't rhyme, so you're welcome. Samsung, more wow than ever.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
Recording in progress. That means we're live, brother. What's up, Anas, big homie?
Wait a minute, you said live? Wait a minute, wait. Hold on.
Well, we full
go.
I
wasn't ready yet. Man, forget being ready, man. You don't stay ready, man. Stay ready. That's right.
Stay ready. Don't have to get ready.
You know how I go.
What's going on down there? Any tree branches you've been picking up in the yard lately?
No, man.
Rabbit hanging out again. Bugs Bunny. What you got going on down there?
No, man. A little light Thanksgiving. You know how it goes. That's all it was.
You did a spread though, homie.
But that was light. We kept it, smooth. It was two sides, appetizer and a protein. We kept it real light. I like this whole situation of being a little bit more creative with Thanksgiving because I don't know about you guys, but turkey is washed. I'm not a fan. You got to be a complete expert to make it not taste like ass. So I'm not a fan of it. So I try to do something else. And, being in the Pacific Northwest and the nice access that we have to seafood out here, why not? So, a nice little wild caught salmon situation was the focus of what we did.
That's what's up. Way to get down, do a little family thing. You put the kids to work afterwards through the weekend since they had a long holiday weekend?
No, man. Our house is like it's a turnstile, man. So it wasn't even no kids here.
Oh, there you go.
It wasn't even no kids here. So we just got down and ate, you know what I mean? And packaged everything up, ate off of it again, as you should, because it was Thanksgiving.
Hell yeah.
Get gluttonous. You know what I mean? Unloose your trousers. Take another belt loop out. You know what I mean? A notch off your belt. And you just keep going.
That a boy. And then tied in with a little NFL action, some college hoops. You had all Bryson DeChambeau, a whole bunch of stuff we're going to talk about here soon for everybody out there. That's how we do it. We got a lot of sports talk I want to get into with you, homie. Because that's what we do. We may not know anything, not a damn thing about the NFL, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But hey, that's how we learn. Live and learn, baby. Live and learn.
Man, it's all about being a fan and you looking at this. You want to participate in the situation. So we got a close eye and we can tell you what really went on behind the lines and the scores. Listen up.
Hell yeah. I'm ready for that talk because we've been on it for a few weeks now, and it's all coming to fruition, and that is damn sure.
Yeah, that light break, you know what I mean? Because of the situation where holidays tend to fall, so we might take a break from the show. So we're back behind basically 2 weeks. Because last time we spoke with the people, that was prior to week 11. So week 11 happened, okay, and then where we would have scheduled the program for a good middle of the week, probably Thursday, that was Thanksgiving. So that was the start of week 12. So now we popping off. So, this we talking about NFL, but we cover it all, and we're going to get after it.
Well, we are now officially into the 2-year mark, homie. So congratulations, props to us and the producer, Chris Donovan, for sticking with us for that long, and everybody out there listening. So we thank you all for listening, engaging with us, and sharing this podcast with your friends and family.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He said he was going to get us all this new equipment for Christmas. That's dope. I like that. He's a stand-up guy for that.
There you go. I like your thinking. But hey, we got to give a shout out to our mug winner. Shout out at Trent Hindu 24 on Twitter for his review. Thank you. A mug is coming your way. His quote or his review was, keeps me up to date on all my sports and interesting takes as well. So thank you, Trent Hindu 24. We appreciate you.
Shout out. Stand up.
Anyone else want one? Go to any platform that you got there and
log in, check in, say what's up, give me a shout out. You know what to do. You guys are into all of this stuff. I'm old. I'm washed. I'm too busy watching sports. Y'all be on the computer and on Facebook and all of this every time. So you guys know what to do. You got to subscribe. You got to rate. You got to review. You got to put 5 stars in there, because if you put anything less than that, I'm thinking you probably, I don't know, you shouldn't be on here anyway. But anyway, 5 stars is what it is. Just like an Uber ride. You know what to do.
That's right. Just fire that up, put in a review, and then we'll send you a mug. Well, we will attempt to send you a mug if we get a few on there. You know, we can't.
Supply chain.
Yeah, see how the supplies work out, but we'll get them out there for you. And as always, anybody wants to sponsor the show, knows anybody who would like to sponsor the show, let's talk. Send them our info. Let us know. We'll reach out to them as well and get it going that way, because we're looking for a couple more sponsors out there to get this thing keep popping off as we've been doing for the last 2 years.
We'll talk to the lady at the dry cleaner, see if she want to buy a advertising spot.
Let's do it. We'll go bring her a little gift while we're there. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Anonymous Big Homie put out a tweet earlier today, so make sure you follow this guy at homie_anonymous.
Okay.
Get some merch on the link that he has on there. Also, go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And then there's tons of merch on there as well. You can also go there and get it. It's holiday season. Everybody needs some new gear.
Exactly.
So you might as well fit the whole family with some Stix and Anonymous Big Homie gear, man.
If you ain't a sucker,
rep it and rock it, baby. And follow me on Twitter at Stix015.
Hey, go do that.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
All right, the final score.
All right, homie. Holy cow. What a week. Like you said, we took a couple weeks off, bro. So, it's been almost 2. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. So,
yeah, basically.
Missed with the Thanksgiving, but we just couldn't put together a plan because my gig and your gig and family gigs and all that, hey, that's what
The
happens.
people appreciate it because they're getting it for free. So click on. It's beautiful. They happy to see us back. I'm sure they are. They're in the car clapping right damn now, I bet.
Hey, they've waited 2 weeks for this.
Yo.
I have to ask you about this college football thing, homie. And I got a little opinion on this with these college football coaches rolling out. Lincoln Riley jumped ship to SC, USC. Brian Kelly to LSU. Bandits is number 6 ranked, the Notre Dame team, to go to LSU.
And they still kind of in it.
And WSU interim coach Dicker gets the head coaching gig at Wazoo. Go Cougs for all you Cougs fans out there. And then UW hires Kalen DeBoer from Fresno State. So good luck, UW fans. You're going to have a rough ride for a little bit. Not saying anything bad about this guy, but the UW program seems to be in shambles right now. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. But, apologize to all those UW athletes that are listening to the show right now and our friends out there that are UW family and friends. So this is
What's
crazy.
his background? I mean, besides the fact that he came from another program, what's his background?
He was only there for a couple years, if I remember correctly. And then I know he's like a local guy as well, if I believe. So he's like from the area or something. But it seemed like, it's just one of those things where they're just starting over. They're starting the whole program over. So they're going to have to do it. It's going to be a few years probably to get worked up now that Lincoln Riley's in USC. I see that program, absolutely making a turn really, really quick in the Pac-12. But what I would like to know, and we could have a quick discussion little on this, homie, is, I know kids don't go to school and for, just athletics or whatnot. Well, some of them do, but you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have to get an education while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have an elite athlete kid and you're picking a college and your coach the coach of the school gave you personally take care of your kid, and then your kid decides to commit there, and then after year one, after you recruited this kid for 2 years and this kid's all fired up to go there, and then your coach jumps ship. How does that affect how would that affect your thinking on being a parent and your kid's athletic successes?
To be honest with you, man, I just look at it like this. It's just a different game. If I was a parent, I'd have to just realize that what used to be maybe when I was college eligible is not the same situation. Yeah, they're in college is like a vocational, it's like an upper crust vocational situation. You can go to become a doctor, or you can go to become a professional football player and everything in between. That's what you're there for. Back in the day, you were waiting for Lou Holtz to come in, and you were so proud when Lou Holtz rolled up to your crib, or Bobby Bowden rolled up to your crib. You know what I mean? Because this dude is, he's got this reputation. Now that's not even the thing, bro. Look, once they started paying college players, the game is officially different. It's a little thing out there in these college football streets called transfer portal. So since y'all gave me the money, and every college coach feels like he can go chase the money, I can go chase that good playing time and that good reputation building without having that old school slap on the red shirt wrist. You know what I'm saying? You got to put on that red shirt, and you can't play for a year if you transfer. Now it's go for what you know. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I think the game is cool now because now the dudes can get paid. And if, like, for instance, Spencer Rattler, this is the one dude that I think is in one of them best positions. For whatever reason, he didn't cut it right there in Oklahoma. Old boy came in and sat him on the bench, took his spot. He can go transfer right now, still have eligibility, and start for a huge program and go make his choice, almost like a draft. This is business, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's a different game. They giving these coaches mad loot. I'm going to get off this college situation for a minute, but it did get me hot once I got started. These college coaches getting all of this loot, and they just jump from loot to loot. And guess what we talked about before? All their bread is guaranteed. They leave, the boosters pay the get-out fee, and they get all the money from them plus the new money from the new school. This is crazy. If right now, I'm going to tell you right now, because you know how I'm greedy, but if I'm an athletic director, I'm looking at my contract. Because I'm worried about the baseball team, the damn rowing team, the wrestling team, the football team, the baseball team. I better be getting way more money than this dude, Lincoln Riley, if I am the athletic director of USC. Man, y'all better be quiet. Y'all better calm down about these dumbass coaches. I'm the athletic director. I'm the OG around here.
That is an interesting take because, man, these coaches do get paid and get paid when they – from both schools, like you said.
And they get all their money. And Orgeron is getting paid right now.
Yep.
Charlie Weiss, I just heard word on the street, Homie Investigations put it on my desk and said Charlie Weiss, when he left Notre Dame, was still getting a check. And this has been years till like recently.
Yeah, that's crazy. Old Notre Dame head coach, right?
Yes. It was on the Patriots with Belichick for a while as the OC.
It just interests me that, you know, how, I mean, not interest me because I mean, obviously they follow the money, right?
Right.
It's just, you know, if you want your kid now that but the transfer portal is the save all, right? I mean,
and that's your ticket out if you don't like what's going on.
Yeah, you can just get up and bounce. Not like you're stuck there in a contract or whatever. So I guess as upset as intriguing as that information is to me, and how I was thinking, like, what the hell, you know, you're talking about a kid who wants to go play for Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But now he can go anywhere else. That makes it a lot different from, you know, 5 years ago. And then plus with the NIL now, the name, image, likeness, you know, they get paid under the table as well. So they still have their brand that they can build, but you can go anywhere now. So if you like Lincoln Riley a lot and he still wants you can transfer to USC now.
Straight up. If you were a commit to Oklahoma a minute ago, or isn't that where he came from? Yeah. Yep. A minute ago, and you go, whoa. This is the dude I wanted to roll with. You're up and out, and you can go in and see if SC got a scholarship free. That's why I asked you about the dude from UW, because if he's a young guy or something like this, maybe he understands the process. That's what it is. He going to go ahead and get some guys, get some recruits, because what's interesting is, like you said a little bit, these coaches still got to roll through. Now, I'm imagining Brian Kelly, I don't know where he's from, but I just know he's got that Notre Dame stink on him. He going to go into somebody's country, Louisiana, mama house, talking that New York, you know what I'm saying, that Yankee type shit up in there. The old lady's gonna be like, no, hold up, hey, you sound like a slick talker. You know what I mean? They like a dude like Coach O that sound like he just jumped out of a swamp grabbing catfish. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So Lincoln Riley, he looks like one of those swoops. He could probably still get out and do it. That's Cliff Kingsbury. He can get out there and do it. Young Bob Stoops. Well, Bob Stoops ain't young now, but when he was out there doing it, that's how he was getting it, by being young. And so that's where the game is going right now. So if these dudes got a little cachet and they know how to pick and pull from different places, because their job is not just to manage a D or manage an O no more. They're the football coach.
I feel it. So we'll move on from college football. Lots going on there. Sure. Still have the college football playoff going on. A lot of the championship games this weekend, and then the college football playoffs will be set. Yep. So see how that rolls out. I see some money-making opportunities in that, in my opinion.
I don't know. The pros are talking to me. They're telling me there's some stuff out there with this championship weekend with football, though. So I might have to dig into it a little bit more.
Hey, we got one more UFC pay-per-view event of the year, UFC 269 on December 11th. Bro. If I can somehow make this happen at the Trap of me getting the hell out of there, you might have to make a trek up to catch this last pay-per-view of the year, man, because you'll be hooked. I know you have.
Is it up here?
No, you'll have to make
Pledge
a trek
or
to the
what?
casa. You have to make a trek to the crib to watch this fight. So we'll break it down next week. But lightweight champion, 155-pounder Charles do Bronx Oliveira, number one contender Dustin Diamond Poirier. We talked about him on the Connor card a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
As the headliner. And then we also have the women's bantamweight championship title fight, 135 Amanda Lioness Nunez versus Juliana, the Venezuela Vixen.
She's supposed to be the one, right? Nunez supposed to be the one, right?
I'm not going to give it all away right now, but I have some stuff on the back burner that we need to go over next week. But just to give you all out there, if you don't know, Nunez won the bantamweight, the 135-pound title in 2016. And then she won the featherweight women's title at 145 title in 2018. So she has both since 2018 and 14 wins in a row. Her last loss was like in 2014. She is the GOAT. So
is this fight at 135 or is this fight at the 140s?
This is the 135.
This fight coming up.
Yep.
Oh man.
This is the 135. So we're gonna have to figure something out, homie. It's gonna be a good card for you to dabble in, to get your feet all in, actually, to get your feet all wet, whole body warmed up, ready to go for this card. So let's roll through the non-existent NBA, baby. Hey, I just want to throw it out there. Has everybody forgot about Zion Williamson or what?
Yo, okay, well, hold on.
All right. Yeah.
Hold on. You're absolutely right. I mean, but do you want to know what happened in the NBA? Do you want to
know? Before you get, I do want to know what happened in the NBA. But the funny thing about Zion Williamson, after I found this today, cleared for practice today, and guess what?
What?
He's already on the shelf again.
See, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw it this morning.
Yo, I mean, I'm telling you. But you know, the NBA is wild, bro. When is the last time you heard anything progressive about Ben Simmons? It's just all good now? I mean, what? Yeah. I mean, you're not fighting for him to play what you're paying him, or you're not seeking a trade of some type for equity so you could do something else. Something's crazy right now. Why does everybody got all this money that they can just get for not doing shit? I don't know. I need one of these sweetheart deals, bro.
I don't know if you have John Wall on your NBA minute. That was one of those guys making $80 million a year. He has not played a single minute for the Rockets since the trade or whatever it happened there.
They're getting paid for 2 years from them.
Yeah, and he's getting paid, and they're talking about maybe putting him in the lineup. What the hell are they doing? I don't understand. Just throw $82 million in my way and see what happens. I'm cool.
Dude, I'll give you the NBA in about a minute or more. You know what I mean? But before we even get into that, there's somebody else that just came to me right now, and I think they're in the minute, is Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker just got benched by Tom Thibodeau and said, no, not like out of the starting lineup, like not in the main consideration of players that we're even thinking about. Now, remember, the NBA, it's only 12 players. We don't want your ass to be one of our 12 players, and we just did all of this shit in the offseason, just this last offseason, to get you here. This shit's wild, y'all. But anyway, all you need to know that happened in the NBA, I could probably tell you in about a minute or more. I mean, you want to know?
Let's go. Let's hear, brother.
You look like somebody that want to know. So clearly we know LeBron got in a little dust up with a guy. He slightly pushed the dude. He's got thin skin. He started bleeding. And once he started bleeding, he started looking crazy. But what was funny with that was the kid ran around the back and did a Bobby Valentine move, basically put on a mask. Anthony Davis, he's running over people trying to run away from this guy. But anyway, you got Kings fans throwing up on courtside, the mascots. He's out there cleaning them up. Kings fired Luke Walton. I mean, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, if you got your fans throwing up on the sidelines. Kemba Walker, we just talked about that. He got benched from the entire lineup after them spending all that money to get there. Enes Kanter out here changing his name to Enes Kanter Freedom. Now, just because he wants freedom on the back of his jersey, Something wrong with this boy, man. But he's from Turkey. So he lives in one of them third world country type lives, and he's over here going, and he think that we over here being suckers and not appreciating our freedom, but I got him. The Lakers just keep on losing, and they keep on losing to everybody. It ain't even just tough matchups. LeBron is in contact protocol. What the hell does that mean? I'm telling you, when I was talking about he had the stomach ache, he's trying not to play this year. Joel Embiid got the COVID too, and then he came right back and bust their ass for 40 points the game after he was activated. Now, that's hustler stuff. Kyle Kuzma out here wearing a big, long, pink-ass sweater pregame. I don't know what his problem is, but he looked like he was some spilled Pepto-Bismol or something. We know Steph Curry, what he's doing. He's Steph Curry. The Warriors out here, they're still winning, even though they just lost to the Suns, who are really winning. They just won 17 in a row. Still no sign of Kyrie. Nobody knows where the hell Ben Simmons is here. We talked about Zion. He's supposed to have been on his way back, but I guess damn not. Damian Lillard now out with a stomach ache. Man, they calling him abs. Whatever. Bam Adebayo's hurt. Who cares? Oh, and I know a rookie's name. His name is Scotty Barnes, and apparently he plays Tenacious D.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And,
no Jack Black.
And guess where he's from? Go Knowles, baby.
Teed up. And guess what? That's production right there, folks.
The NBA in 60 minutes or 60 seconds.
It probably was 60 minutes.
60 seconds or a little more. I love it, brother. I love it. That's the full rundown, though. That's all you need. I like the rundown. The NBA
don't even
rundown.
need discussion. You know how NBA is.
You need your own show for the NBA rundown, brother.
Man, hey, you gonna pay me for 120 or 60 good seconds? Hell yeah. Sign me right up, ESPN, Fox Sports. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, you know, this might be a little bit of a lengthy segment, but we'll try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Mm-hmm. Just a little MLB talk for y'all.
A little.
So, a little. There's kind of a lot going on, right? You had all the free agent moves that went on.
Crazy.
You know, free agent acquisitions, and then the homie puts out a tweet asking, you know, why the hell do we need to know about all the moves in November and blah, 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 blah. Well, homie, I'll tell you why. Because they are going into the lockout, so they needed all the press that they absolutely could get out there before.
I didn't know that, though. See, they're cooking in the background. I didn't know.
They were writing that script as well because they had to get all these moves done, and they didn't have time to go to the winter meetings that are canceled. To negotiate and to do these some other moves that usually happen towards the end of the year in December after the winter meetings, usually like in the middle of December. So they didn't have any of the time. So they had to blast all this publicly MLB Network and blah, 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 everywhere else. They had to get things moving, and they had to get things moving in a hot minute.
Okay, so let's get on this, since this is a spot I like to hang out. You think they had this cooked up Because how much money was gave out last week before this? They was giving out money to everybody. Dudes, I'm texting you offline going, who the hell is this dude? Okay, right. Getting money. But then you're going to lock everybody out the next week. Did that even make sense? Look at who was spending money too. It was people at the damn bottom spending money. Javi Baez, if I am mistaken, that's Tigers money.
Yeah.
Tigers? Last Tigers? So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's a whole bunch of background information out there that I haven't got my chance to get a finger on yet. But they knew something was cooking, because I need to dig into this, because how they fly that much money around the week before the lockout. And like this there wasn't no meetings about the potential of a lockout 2 weeks ago before they start throwing money around, millions of dollars again, big fat contracts.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, I would believe that you would have to get all this stuff rolling, because you're not going to have the opportunity to do the negotiations in December, like I said, because you do see a lot of deals go through at the end of December and then early January, because then by the time January hits, it's full spring training mode in February, right? So yeah, that's why they have the meetings in December, mid-December with the owners and blah, 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 and do all that and personnel and get the stuff going. So they had to do it quick. And obviously the owners knew a little bit of what the collective bargaining agreement was going to have to be, what the players were talking about, because they've been talking about it all year, right?
Right.
And when they went into the meeting on whatever day that was, yesterday on Tuesday, they went into the meeting and they sat down and negotiated, quote unquote, for 7 whole fucking minutes. So as soon as 7 minutes hit, and they just said, the owner said, no, we're keeping our billions and just going to keep getting more profitable as the time goes on, or whatever.
Baseball can't afford this kind of hit to the reputation, bro. No. You know what I'm saying? It's only cats that's like on the verge of being washed, like you and I, that still really give a shit. You know what I mean? About baseball as a whole, I'm talking about, not 100%. Just my local team, right? So these young dudes don't care. You know, they trying to get kids back into it, but how is this going to help them do that?
It is definitely not going to help. Hopefully they come to agreement soon and get that figured out, because, you know, as much as you said you don't want to hear about baseball talk in November, we're going to want to hear about baseball talk in December now, because that means that the season is a go. So until we hear anything about baseball talk again, you might as well put baseball on the back burner and see what happens, because there might not be any baseball. Yeah. And that could be atrocious to the game, like you said. So,
I mean, but okay, well, last point on this though. If this is the players, if the owners are basically just saying, look, we only locking you guys out because you guys are being outrageous right now, then to take the owners out of it, these players better get their lives together, bro. I mean, if there's a lockout, clearly you ain't getting paid. But if you're satisfied with just your millions and you're trying to prove a point, man, do that. But, I mean, get out there for the fans. You're going to mess your whole career off if the eyes aren't on the game on TV, the tickets ain't getting sold, you ain't getting the contract, boy. Telling you, man.
No kidding. Well, someone who's going to be very wealthy soon, if baseball does resume, would be, well, he already is, but your boy Showtime, unanimous MVP, like we discussed. Man, I didn't think it'd be unanimous, though. I thought they would be able to figure something out a little bit and gives Vlad some love there, but didn't happen.
Do you got the vote count? Is it one of those where Vlad got some sufficient votes? Like, I didn't look it up yet, but I mean, if it's one of those, then it's cool. You know,
he got some second place and third place votes, but he didn't get any first place, obviously. But he did get some votes. He finished second, but yeah, I remember looking at it, but I don't remember what it actually was. But speaking of votes, you got last chance Hall of Fame ballot, baby. The 4
cold-blooded.
The 4 interesting characters. You got Bond, Sosa, Clemens, and Schilling. Any chance any of these 4 get in? And I'd like maybe we should since baseball. Sorry, real quick, but since baseball's maybe non-existent for the month of December, we might need to put a little something together on these four.
Yo, look, man, MLB, they know where they can go when they dealing with the homie. In the homie Hall of Fame, man, look, first ballot, Schilling would get in. Come on, man. What is going on out here? Look, the game is the game. And what did my man Herm say? Okay. What did Coach Herm say? Slim?
Play to win the game.
And damn it, these three dudes did that better than damn near anybody. Okay. Sosa revived full resuscitation with Mark McGwire to bring the game back after they did this shit last time. Okay. We're almost back at this lockout shit from last time. This is basically the same thing since we on this topic. It's funny how that all comes back full circle. But he full resuscitated the game after the MLB or whatever side bullshitted on this and had the lockout last time in the 90s, right? Bonds, I'm not even answering any questions. No comment. Roger Clemens, I'm not answering any questions. No comment. First ballot. You're stupid or you didn't watch the game. I don't give a shit if he was smoking weed on first base. Come on, man. Has anybody did anything close before or after?
As much as I'd hate to say it, I'm on the Bonds and Clemens train to get them in for sure.
Easy,
I don't see why not.
ballot.
It's baseball. I mean, I said it myself. Home runs keep you interested in baseball. It brought the fans to the game. PEDs or no PEDs. PEDs built it back up to what they lost, right? So, hey, I'm not saying that it's good for the body or whatever, but it was good for the game at the time. Bonds and Clemens would get my 2 votes on those.
Yo, okay, you still have to play the game first of all. And all I'm saying, if you haven't seen Clemens stats, if you haven't seen Bond stats, it ain't stats like these out there floating around through the history of the game. Okay? There's like one of one type stats going on with these two dudes. Okay? And you play to win the game. And that's what baseball is. I put a little grease in my glove. You know what I'm saying? I grab my crotch 3 times before I hit every home run. Whatever the case is, I'm out here trying to get an edge. And that's what the game is. Man, Barry Bonds, man, you can't ask me. The numbers are way too far and away. If he had 756 and called it a day, just enough to get more than Hammer and Hanky go, okay, he barely made it. No, this is not one of those situations in way less years.
Well,
in less years, man.
Hey, it's baseball. It's a tough game to play, toughest game to play out of all the 4 major sports. So, you know what? It's going to be a lengthy discussion. They're not going to have anything to talk about free agent wise. So I guess there'll be some Hall of Fame discussion pieces. But you mentioned something, homie, and I don't know what it was and I forgot. But here's something for you all out there. If you haven't seen this yet, there's a article from Bleacher Report and a source named Bradford William Davis of the Business Insider. This was told to him by league officials. And I quote, send a bouncier baseball, lighter baseball, whichever flies more, to a primetime series. Marquee matchups like New York, Boston, Mets, and Phillies. Then this guy suggested send more dead baseballs to Texas versus Seattle, or, Detroit versus KC. No one's going to bat an eye.
I like this. Hey, I like his narrative, though, because The Mariners
That
ain't
was
did
a
a damn thing.
baseball-
Why you include the Mariners though? That's cold-blooded.
Hey, that's what I was laughing when I saw it too. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers, man. I see this report and I'm reading through it. It was kind of hard to follow because I didn't really know what the hell was going on. And then I'm like reading this quote and I'm like, from a baseball inside league source or whatever. And this is what they really said. Because of the production at Rawlings through COVID-19, they couldn't facilitate these baseballs. So they made a lighter baseball and a little heavier baseball for some reason to get more production out there. So they were saying, send these motherfuckers here and send these motherfuckers there. Right. That is wild. Can't wait to hear more about that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, if I'm the MLB, I'm doing this on purpose because I want to see if us really doing that has an effect on the game. I can legitimize the game. I can put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame, and then you just go, hey, we think he cheated. You know what I mean? In parentheses underneath. You know what I mean? Because if I could manipulate the game by just making one wound tighter, one wound looser, bouncier, this and that, then I know, oh, shoot, we could manipulate the outcome.
Isn't that what they try to do with the humidifier or whatever that Aaron Jones back in the day we were talking about earlier too, where they had the certain humidifier, whatever the chamber or whatever the hell that thing was called?
Right.
A little bit that way too. So, hey, all I want from MLB is my fucking money back for not knowing which ball was going to be used in the game. If I wanted the over or I wanted the under, if I had known that, I would have took different sides sometimes. So,
dude, integrity.
Why we're fixing their game, why we're fixing the All-Star game, we're fixing the game itself, and we're negotiating out here for all the love for baseball.
Yeah,
you better slide us a little piece of something.
Integrity.
That's right. We're the only ones left with that these days, aren't we, homie? All right, let's close it out with a little NHL, baby. Our Kraken are on fire, in my opinion. 8-13-2.
Boy,
that overtime loss last night.
I think I brought them good luck. When I went out there because they've been fire since. That was what was it? 10 runs, 10 goals in that one, and then they just been on fire ever since. Okay, now for the people who don't know the Seattle Kraken newest NHL expansion franchise, y'all already know this. They have hit the over all month of November except for one.
One day, bro. One.
Boy, and I told you, like Terrell Owens, get your over 5.5 goal tickets ready. I told you. And they hit again last night. And along the way, guess what? The game that they did not hit the over, they beat the number one team in NHL, the Florida Panthers, 4-1.
Attaboy.
Boy, they hot, man. I didn't even think it was going to happen last night. It happened again.
Yep, it sure did. And then they're at home the next 3 games too. So
we'll see. Great, man. I think I'm gonna love these guys.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go. I love it. It's fun to watch, man, and everybody's getting on the Kraken wagon, which is good. I'm not gonna say bandwagon because they're a new team, so everybody's got.
That's what everybody's doing.
Love, right? Show them some love. And we're not even going to talk about fantasy football this week because fantasy football sucks. But I will give Anas Big Homie a shout out. He's on another roll, 7-5, baby, making them moves, chasing down the wife for first place in the division there, buddy.
I told her I'm coming, and she doesn't even know because she hasn't even looked at the matchup for this week. Head to head, 1-on-1 with the great one. And this ain't The Rock. This the anonymous Big Homie.
Love it. Hey, well, I hope you lay the smacketh downeth on her, brother, because you're our only hope to make moves and get those girls a reality check. So shout out to the girls. Going to give you a little bit of love there, girls, because you're still dominating. You're all going to be in the playoffs. Still got a chance. But Anas Big Homie, I'm riding with you, brother.
Hey, if I was in the other division, though, I'd be probably first. But hey, you heard what you said? You are my only hope. Like I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You are our only hope, bro. You are our only hope. The guys are trash.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
This is the place. It's the Sports Fix with Stix. I'm the anonymous big homie. Stix is laying in the cup. Louisville Slugger sitting on his shoulder, cigar in his mouth, going, talk that shit if you want to. You know what I'm saying? He's back there living his big dog lifestyle. But look, man, you know how the NFL goes.
Don't you? We know. We know how the writing is going.
The NFL does NFL type shit. And that's just what it is. And it is bigger and badder than I think I've ever seen, right? So it took me forever to put a power ranking together this time because it's so bottom heavy, bro. And I got some questions for you though when we get into this though. But you look at now the way everything shakes out, the haves are so far ahead of the have-nots right now. And it's clear who everybody is. Remember last time we spoke to the people, we said, who's going to make a comeback? Are we looking at a Minnesota getting in? We looking at Atlanta getting in? Somebody has got to get in with a shit-ass record. Okay, so the teams that are, we all know who they are. They're your Tampa Bays, they're your Rams, they're your Cowboys, they're your Cardinals, you know what I'm saying? And they're your damn Patriots, boy.
Damn,
Okay, Bill Belichick is like, y'all forgot who I am. Like Roy Jones, y'all must have forgot. He's back like he never left.
I'm pretty sure I picked the over-under win total of under 6.5 or whatever for New England. I have to go back and check.
Oh, my God.
They're already 8. So I might as well throw that one out the window.
Oh, my God. It's probably horrible, though. But I do know that I did say that Arizona was going to be a sleeper this year. And I still don't know if that's going to be true. Because 2 years ago, they were on that shit, and then Kyler Murray got drugged, just like he got drugged a couple of weeks ago. He was out for a little while, and then their shot was blown. So that could definitely still happen again, especially the way that the NFL is going right now. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, let's just get into the shenanigans first before we start talking about game theory and all of this shit. What's up with your boy Antonio Brown? Didn't come to me for the fake vax card.
Yeah, this dude – I'm telling you, bro, I think this is all a ploy. I think this is all a ploy with his ankle. And
what, you think he's messed up?
No, I'm thinking that he is missing these weeks due to a quote unquote ankle injury because he probably really never got the shot. And he went out and said that he was vaccinated or whatever and then because he had the fake vax card, right? Or promote the fake vax card.
Supposedly,
so now that he
allegedly,
right? And then he wants to go live on air to get the quote unquote booster shot. Bro, you have to have the regular shot before you get the booster shot. So now he has a significant ankle injury where he's going to miss this week as well. So he's got another week. So if you put the timeline together for all you conspiracy theorists out there, he'll be eligible for well, I don't know about eligible, but he'll at least have his regular shot good to go by, maybe next week. That's my theory.
I like it, man. I can't tell you enough how much I like that because it does seem kind of shady. Like, what is the reason why I can't remember what the initial reason why he was out in the first place. It was a little something, but did they get found out on some Aaron Rodgers type shit that he ain't never had it, and he been floating around here like, yo, this whole time, and and now since he commandeered allegedly a phony vax card, right?
That's what
the
I'm
move.
saying,
So they disappear him. They disappear him so he can get those stamps in his book or on his card for real. Now I don't know how you get past the dates and shit for validation, but they just disappeared him so they don't have to deal with it. Oh, he's hurt. Well, his ankles. I mean, hey.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any clips from him talking about anything about his ankle, how he's doing. Just the regular injury update. Excuse me. Just a regular injury update. So who knows?
That's crazy.
Stay tuned. Because if I'm right, that's going to be fire.
Dude, he doesn't disappear faster than damn Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving, bro. Dude,
right.
They just ghosted him real quick, man. But before I get to I want to talk about this one thing real quick. And I know you might not have caught the whole game or whatever, but the football guys have to absolutely hate Andy Dalton, right? Okay, so let's go back. Now, we're not talking about week 12. We got to go back to, prior to week 11 and, or after week 11, Justin Fields gets hurt. Oh, damn it. Got to bring in the rifle. He comes in, man, all of a sudden, Darnell Mooney is a fantasy darling for 30-something points, balling out, right?
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Darnell went off finally, huh?
Lighting it up. I
like that
the
kid.
Rockets find him everywhere. And I'm going, okay, that's what Field should have been doing. Damn, this is going to make it hard for him when he comes back off of this injury. Man, this dude, Andy Dalton was balling on their ass, holding the team down. Okay. Holding the damn team down, bro. And, of course, lost the game. Okay. Lost the game. Okay. And it was all about the way that the game was lost. Because they lost, you know what I'm saying? They came back and, you know what I'm saying, the next week and beat Detroit. But the way that they lost that damn game, damn it, I wish I had the damn thing up here for y'all, man. But I'm telling you, the way that they lost that damn game at the very damn end, oh, that was the damn worst thing I ever seen to the Ravens. And there wasn't no scoring happening in this damn game. None. And they give up a damn Devontae, or is that his fool's name? Freeman.
Oh, Freeman, yeah.
A little touchdown at the end. Man, and he brought him all the way back. He was about to get all of his starting quarterback shines. He was going to throw shade all on Justin Fields. He's the backup quarterback. Who's the most popular quarterback? It's always the backup quarterback. He's lighting it up. They're about to be the Ravens. No, they're not. Damn, that was cold-blooded, bro. On a walk-in.
Dalton gets no love, bro. He's definitely not, and as Cam Newton would say, I'm not a 32 quarterback. I'm better than 32. I'm not number 32 in this league. Dalton's not number 32 in this league either. And he's a backup quarterback.
No, but I mean, that was to be honest, that was a bad beat. Because see, they came back and beat Detroit the next week, right? But that was a bad beat. He had him. Oh man, I felt so bad for this dude because the Ravens drove right down, touchdown, with 22 left on the clock. That's a walk-off. Yeah. Once Tucker finished his business, that's a walk-off. You could just walk off these 22 seconds because it ain't going to happen. Man, I feel bad for old boy, man. I just thought that shit was hella funny. You know what I'm saying? Because he was coming in slinging it.
Well,
man, slinging it.
Probably get into the week 13, but in a bit. But I believe that Fields is still hurt, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Dalton gets a redemption game here if Fields can't play. So,
well, like I said, I mean, they came back, you know what I'm saying? Detroit beat them, beat the Lions, you know what I'm saying, on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So you remember that. There, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But who gives a shit about that game? Nobody cared. Most people were still, fucking around with appetizers that early in the morning on Thanksgiving. Nobody cared that the Bears beat somebody. So that's why the last thing that I saw was Andy Dalton going down like that. So whatever, but you beat Goof them again. So what? But that one note that you had, man, come on, man.
Note on what?
All the home teams on Thanksgiving lost.
Oh yeah. All the home teams lost on Thanksgiving. It sucked to be a home team fan there, huh?
Man, horrible, bro. But that's what set the stage. So that's what set the stage for where we are right now, them Thanksgiving games. And then what did we find out? Did we find out that we know something about the Raiders now? No. Did we find out in the same game? Did we find out more about the damn Cowboys? Okay, yeah. Everybody named Mama got COVID on there. Now the coach got it. So before that game, who had it? CeeDee Lamb was out. I think Amari Cooper was out, right? Yeah.
And I think Gallup just came back from that.
He was the only wide receiver out there. Him and Cedric Wilson, if I am mistaken. So that's what went on in that game. So I don't know nothing about the damn Cowboys. I don't know the damn thing about the Raiders. Okay. I might think I know something about the Bills, but I don't know the damn thing about the Saints.
And we'll find out on Monday night when we get into those games.
Exactly.
The Bills and the Patriots. You know what? You know what we do know though.
What do we know?
Jumping to week 12, since week 11 was a while back. We just had to hit on a couple of those things.
Yeah, that was just the last thing I remember from week 11, man. That was wild.
Yeah, but you know what? We just got to talk about a little Monday Night Football from this past week 12.
Yes, please.
With,
go off.
With Russell's struggles, and I knew it was going to be bad after that. I think I texted you this, homie. You knew it was going to be bad when he missed the first on the first series. He missed Gerald Everett on a little out pass by like 9 feet 6.5 inches or whatever overthrow.
Right.
On that little third down play. He knew it was going to be bad then, and it just got worse as it kept going on. I don't know what signing AP does for the team right now. Adrian Peterson, they just signed him. I don't know what that does for you. I don't know why, they make that decision. I mean, I think there's a kid named Josh Johnson that was actually activated because Rashad Penny and Chris Carson are both, struggling, not getting to the team. They have Josh Johnson. Don't even think he got a carry. Young kid that they drafted, and I can't remember where he was from, but, they didn't give him any shots. Bring in AP. And, now Seahawks are losing that Adams trade pretty damn bad now if they're giving the Jets have the 5 pick. And now they're going to get the Seahawks pick, which right now is like a 4. It might even be a 3 at this point. So the Seahawks are going to lose number one first round draft pick, a high first round draft pick that they could have used to stimulate that offensive line, in my opinion. So, but let's get to that game real quick. Like I said, I was talking about.
Thank you.
Real quick, because there's not much to talk about. But
yeah, well, all I'm saying is you talking all this shit about he couldn't hit the man out here and all of that. And we're gonna get into it. But he didn't look like he couldn't hit somebody when he hit Freddie Swain for that joint to almost bring him back though. You ain't saying nothing about that.
Or when he hit, I was getting there. Or when he hit Lockett on those 2 deep plays, the way that he likes to do, right?
Thank you. So I'm just saying.
So.
We know it's something big. Well, I know it's something bigger. Go ahead. I need you to go off on this.
You got something else? Hey, I just want to say that onside penalty was trash, and we talked about this on the group chat a little bit. I bet nobody in the stadium. We had a homie investigative on the front lines in Washington D.C. Shout out Rudy for repping the Seahawks with the fam in Washington D.C.
On-field reporter.
On-field reporter. He was there. Everything. The crowd had no idea what was going on. Had to be explained to everybody. I barely even knew what was going on until I actually saw it on the freaking replay screen where they actually had to tell you, well, okay, this guy had his 1 foot inside the hash mark too close to the kicker. So that's a illegal formation or whatever the penalty.
Hell yes, it's illegal as hell.
which was wild. Yeah, that was really changed the outcome of that kick too. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's worthy of going to jail. Should have put his ass in jail next to Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Come on, man.
Take him off the kicking team, man. Put him in isolation. But that was crazy. But that was a good kick, man. They got the onside kick, gonna come back down and make a play, and it was all faltered by there. That would have been, the interesting scenario to see what could have happened. There wasn't very much time left on the clock. Well, I mean, like 20 seconds or something. But you would have good field position to get to put it on our favorite play of the game, the field goal kickers. So
you should have known the shit was in, the fix was in after the block extra point TD conversion. As soon as I see real, they pulling out everything. So I'm going, oh shit, that's when I hit you probably shortly after that and was like, oh, it's about to happen. Because they pulled out everything, bro. When the last time you seen
the Riders pulled out everything that we've been talking about?
The NFL Riders is working overtime. They pulled out the block, extra point, run back for a touchdown, which equals a conversion. 2 points. Boom. To do what? Tie the game. Okay? While going, you know what I'm saying, before halftime. That's crazy, bro. When I see that, I go, oh, yo, okay, something's about to happen. See, I was playing like ass, but they're about to win this game. So when they get down to, we've talked about the referees and how they, putting their hand too far into the game. Now, clearly, I'm being funny. That shit ain't had no outcome on the damn game. But I want to ask you this. If he wouldn't have recovered it, would you feel better or worse? Because your man's recovered it. And then they said, hold up. He was one step inside the hash mark. You know what? If I was a Seahawks fan, bro, I would almost rather have just been like illegal and we didn't recover it. Because having the recovery and me having those feelings of here we go with that Russell Wilson shit again. Let's get it.
Yeah,
and
I definitely.
Oh shit, we had it, but this fool was one step over the line.
That's the way that the season has gone, bro. I mean, you can't write it up any better than they wrote up that game for him. But one thing about that blocked extra point was Rasheem Green said, I ain't giving this ball to nobody. He had a cornerback running right behind him, and the cornerback's waiting for him. Here, pitch it to me. He's like, nah, bro, I'm getting mine, and I'm eating right now.
Yeah, I got the guys.
That was pretty awesome to see, though. I was like, oh, my God, that was it. Like you said, tied it back up. But the rest of the game did not go as well. I thought for sure they'd at least put together some kind of drive in the second half. Didn't happen. They did hit that game, the touchdown at the end of the game, to be able to get that onside kick. But it's a wild time to be a Seahawks fan. And there's one question out there that if I were to ask myself as a Seahawks fan, someone were to ask, who do you want next year, Pete Carroll or Russell Wilson?
Now what?
I'm going with Russ. Still young, still has time. He's had an off year. He's gone through some shit, Everyone goes through stuff through the season. It just wasn't the year that the Seahawks could put it together. Russell will be fine, He'll bounce back. He'll work hard like he always does and get there. Much love to Coach Pete, but if there's one that people want to get rid of and one that want to keep, I hope y'all are out there hoping to keep Russ.
Yo, bro, look, you know how I get with all of this stuff. I could really analyze, and I said a little bit of it offline, but I saved a little bit for the people, for the pod too. Something bigger is going on with Seattle. It's not about Coach Pete. I say keep Coach Pete, to be honest with you. Your ass need to be trying to keep Russell Wilson. That's number one. Because there was a lot more going on in that game. Now, I will admit that Russ looked super rusty in the first half. He looked rusty in the first half. That's how they got down to these dudes. But they were giving up points to a squad who just ran all over them. unimpeded. Okay, so now we got defensive problems after all of the Seahawks fans, all of the 12s have been talking about, we need to do something with the defense. Here we go. They get ran over. Gibson goes crazy. Fantasy darling, Antonio Gibson. Okay. I didn't see any diversity with that damn offense, man, with what's there. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, with what's there. You got a dude that big. How come you ain't playing them like Gronk, like Kittle, like Kelsey, and put them out there? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all need to go out there and get y'all one of these young, hot college scheme program guys on offense and tell them we gonna give you the crown when Pete leaves, because that offense looks stale and busted. Okay, that shit does not look like a new millennium 2020 plus NFL offense. It just don't. Okay,
there's nothing that excuse me, there was nothing right about any of that. Like you said, he hit Swain on that TD. He hit Lockett on a couple passes. That's all I can remember from that game, bro. Like there was no run game. I think Russ led the team in rushing with like 16 yards. They've been talking about rush, run for the whole year.
Why?
Why exactly? There's no run game there.
Every other team in the NFL done traded in a screen pass for a straight back handoff, except for them.
Yep.
You trying to tell me DK can't just stand there and Russ turn and throw it to him, and all your line comes and bust that good wide receiver screen? You know what I'm saying? Like they 100%. Act like they never seen that before. Like I never thought of it. I never thought of a double reverse.
Isn't that what old boy from Rams did with Cooper Kupp last year and Robert Woods last year when he was there in LAR? The little quick screen to the wide receiver and just like a run, get you a few yards.
Yo, that's how Robert Woods is famous right now. Number two, that is how Debo Damn Samuels is famous right now. And he's supposed to be a damn wide receiver, but that's not what he's doing. That's what Tyreek Hill got started with. You know what I'm saying? They better go get them a Tariq Cohen. I don't know if he's still hurt or half dead, but they need one of them dudes. Everybody got one of those dudes. The damn Cardinals got Rondale somebody out there doing that same damn shit. Right. How you going to be in this division right here, and not be doing that? That don't make no sense because you look way off.
That's what they got. Well, they could use the D. Eskridge, but he's been healthy all year or unhealthy all year. So they could use him if he was healthy and active. We could use him as a wide receiver screen guy. But I think that they just need to get better in all aspects of the game. Have a rough offensive line. Your defense is on the field for way too long. Russ needs to get back into his groove. So, there's all sorts of different aspects of the game that can be improved. And that's one of them, along with those other ones I just mentioned. So,
I just don't know how they ain't calling stuff like this. I mean, come on, man. Try to get Josh McDaniel, get him to come over and be like, we'll make you the man. Get just something. I mean, come on, man. I just don't believe that Pete is really sitting in there in his office thinking this is the offense that's going to get me where I need to be. You get the stats. You got all the stats on one sheet. You got all the tape, all the scouts, all the assistant coaches. Are they really getting you pumped up to believe this scheme that we're running is something that we just going to rock?
Yeah, that is not working. It's not going. It's not getting anybody excited about anything. Not putting up points. We've already talked about that. How many touchdowns have they scored in the last, 4 games, like 3? So not counting, 3 or something, 4, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. Not very many. So when you don't score 20 points in the NFL, you're not going to win many games.
Come on, man. Who's out there like that? Nobody.
Yeah, nobody's going to be winning in many games with scoring less than 20. So Want to get into some week 13? What you got?
Yeah, man. Well, sure. But now we are where we are. This is week 13. So now, to be honest, we can now look at the rest of the season going, we're starting to line this up for the playoffs. All right. So some of these weeks, like we've been talking about, the matchups aren't going to be interesting on the face value. But the people that are involved, it might be affecting what's going on, especially with the AFC, because we're looking at how it's shaking out. So let's have this conversation one more time. We can have a small one. Look at what's going on and who would be making the playoffs right now. And
everybody except Houston and Jacksonville have a chance.
Basically. So what I wanted to ask you is none of the favorites and not Kansas City, because they've already come back and did their thing, like I told you. To be in the mix. Who is not in the mix right now? Because a minute ago, the damn 49ers wasn't in the mix. So who are you saying that maybe is not in the mix or number 7 or something like this that's good to get in, even with the bullshit that we're looking at with the standings right now? And every week there's a new story written.
And don't forget,
who are you going to ride?
Don't forget, you have to take the script writing into effect, bro, because I'll tell you right now, Las Vegas makes it in due to having the John Gruden turmoil and having the new coach in there, getting the team fired up, just so the NFL can say, here's my foot, I'm putting it on your throat, John Gruden, because you are not part of the NFL anymore, and your team just made the playoffs after you just left.
Dude, that's got that. I mean, to be honest, that was like one of my top 2, because with everybody else, there's no story. What? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go, horseshoe. Get in. What, to be served up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Buffalo, New England, Baltimore, Cincinnati to get served up. Do I want Cleveland to go on some run and get it back together and get served up by somebody? I don't even think these dudes, there's like, okay, so maybe the horseshoe could come in and be real competitive. I think Vegas, that's it in the AFC. Everybody else, if Denver can pull the damn rabbit out the damn hat, nobody wants to see that. They're going to get served up by Cincinnati in the first round. Yeah, or Buffalo. Or New England in the first round. You know what I'm saying? You want Vegas because they got a little story. Now they don't have their lineup back together, but I think still, if you're not looking at the Chargers, and their line, I think that they should be solid. I think moving forward, they got to get their lives together, bro, and this week don't look well for them as we're going to try to move into this week off this conversation.
Who do you got for the NFC though, real quick, before we get into those games? You got someone that's not in there right now that you think can make it in?
Hey, I will say the same thing and say the same thing over and over and over. It is what it is. It's going to be the Vikings, bro. Nobody can beat them down. If that's the case,
I like that. Yeah.
If that's the case, they're always in the game. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to put all my chips in on Philly, Atlanta, New Orleans to bring in Taysom Hill, who's supposed to be starting on the Thursday game, to bring some massive uprising to the Saints to get them popping, because all they got is a defense. Kamara's still out. I mean, I don't even know what's going on there.
I know. I mean, if you want to throw one out there, I mean, Minnesota's got to be the team that you have the most faith in out of those other ones.
Yeah, everybody gonna watch their ass for them.
To throw out the another story, I mean,
with Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Does New Orleans? I mean, you said no New Orleans, but does Sean Payton figure a way out with Taysom Hill now and the disaster they got going on? Or you said no Philly too, and I mean maybe come back, trade Zach Ertz away. Looks like they're throwing the season away, and Justin Fields. Jalen Hurts. Sorry, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts makes the. I still get those two fuckers confused, man. Every time I talk about them too. Jalen Hurts makes a winner out of them, right?
Okay, so all right, they win out. You're saying they went out.
I don't care who they play in the playoffs.
They went out. Now they're 10-7 or 10-6. Oh no. They went out. Shit, I'm tripping. 12 games and 18 games, 17 games. Okay, yeah. So they're 9-6. 9-6. If they win out, you have to remember where we are in the season right now. 9-6. That could be enough to overtake Washington in confidence, maybe, but not enough to overtake Minnesota. I'd take Minnesota. I don't even know what's on Minnesota's schedule. And I think I would take them over both of them cats to get in, Washington or Philly.
Yeah, I would too, but I just wanted to throw a little devil's advocate out there. That'd be nice to see Philly jump in there and see what happens.
New Orleans, you got a good conversation with New Orleans because they pack
especially
up
if Kamara comes back, right?
Yeah, they pack up a good defense, and Kamara's only, I think they're not playing him because it's a Thursday situation, right? So, and then they'll pick it back up next week and move on. But
all right, we better get into some of these games though, real quick, huh?
Well, Thursday situations right now. Dallas Cowboys lining it up. Hopefully, they can get everybody back in the game. Coach got them COVID. All the damn assistants got COVID, so we got one of those situations again. Your big homeboy, OG Dan Quinn, roaming the sidelines where he hates to be because he likes being in the booth where nobody can see his hat backwards and his goatee is not lined up right. But he's out there and he's going to be coaching the squad against the Saints, and it's 4.5. You know what I'm saying? And I think last time I saw it, it was 5.5 to Dallas, which sounds both of them are close. I mean, if we just look at the number real quick, I have Dallas at 5-15, 5.5 better than the average, and I have New Orleans 1 point below average. So that would be 6. I'd be looking at 6.5 on a nooch. So if I gave New Orleans a nice little home field of 2, it's 4.5, and that's where the hell it's at. So what do? Look for some derivatives. I got to find something out. I hope somebody score in this game, and maybe I'll take the over on the 47. How you feel?
Yeah, I don't think Dallas has lost 3 of 4.
Yeah,
New Orleans has Taysom starting tonight, so no one knows what the hell is going on. No one knows how to game plan for him. I mean, he's just a freaking thorn in someone's side every time he gets on the field. So you never know if he stays healthy. They might be back to the old backup quarterback by the time he gets popped once. Who knows? But the thing that I'd say about this one is I don't think with the coaches being out, we saw what happened last time when the coaches were out, with New Orleans coaches were out and they got decimated, right? Was that who it was back in week 3, 4, 5, whatever it was, when all the player coaches were out? And we were like, we should have known that because all the coaches, we didn't know they had enough impact on the game when these coaches were out of the games. So
right.
Maybe that has an effect even with Dan Quinn taking over. And who knows what kind of rabbit Sean Payton's going to pull out of his damn hat, or what
always
kind of,
do.
Down there. So on Thursday night at home. So I would just look at the over on this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I had it up, I mean, it would be interesting to know, which we could probably look at when we're start to look at the game later on, is maybe what's Taysom Hill's record as a starting quarterback. Because to be honest with you, if I remember correctly, it was halfway decent, I think. Not last year. I think it was halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? Before he got hurt, I think toward the end of the year. But I think he won like 3 or 4 games before taking the deuce. So I don't know. They're running gadgets, and that's all Peyton does. So it's not like he has to, go crazy with it. It's right up his alley. They're gonna cater it to him. But
we'll see. It's going to be interesting to find out how this game rolls, because the game I want to talk about, we just got breaking news here via Bleacher Report at 1:15.
Should have known.
Is what the hell did I just say about Antonio Brown? Suspended without pay for 3 games because they misrepresented their vaccination status as defined by the NFL. So him and Mike Edwards from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mike Edwards? Evans?
Nope, Mike Edwards, number 32.
Who the hell is he?
I don't know. But was I right or was I right?
Wow, bruh. See, they were trying to stash him away.
They were stashing motherfucker away. I told you he was stashing
they saw that Aaron Rodgers shit come down, and they were like, no, we don't want none of that. We the Super Bowl champs, and we don't want a distraction. And they tried to stash him, bro. Oh, good call, man. I told you I liked it. As soon as you said it, it felt like full of shenanigans, which means I like it.
Hey, well, just to hit on this game, I don't know. I guess there's a couple games we could look at, but
yeah, it's not really.
I already liked Atlanta at +11 on this one in Atlanta against Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. So I already liked Atlanta in this one, and I'd probably just take the over 50.5 as well, because I think it could be a shootout. But if it's a shootout, it means it's probably closer. But I'd still just take the +11 with what we've seen in these underdogs.
Yeah. Well, in the last couple of weeks with Tampa Bay, it seems like they're kind of discombobulated without having everybody there. So now Gronk comes back, and they still look a little bit off, but they come back and get a win. It seemed like AB was like the key to their offense and opening everything up for everybody, because Evans was eating heavy with AB. Godwin was going crazy. So that seems real safe out there with them.
And now they're relying on Gronk and Braid a little bit more, back to the old school days, right?
2 tight ends.
The 2 tight ends, yep.
Hey, shout out to Aaron Hernandez.
You're stupid.
Gotta shout out the homie wherever I can.
You're fucking stupid.
But
and just for the record, though, the underdogs do lead 176-1 against the spread. So only 56%, but a big underdog like that, I'd like to see what the double-digit underdogs are, because I'd like to think that the double-digit underdogs have covered a lot more than the single-digit ones, or a higher percentage, because Detroit's a 7-4 against the spread too. And I know they've been a double-digit underdog quite a few times. So,
yeah. Same thing with Houston too. So, I mean, and this is again Tom Brady with another Super Bowl opponent lined up for him again. So that story that they wrote at the beginning of the year is still ringing out. Now they're running up on Atlanta 28-3, if you feel me. So yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, now that Cordero's back, it looks like they could at least do whatever they're trying to do. When he was out, they looked horrible, just rolling with Pitts and Gage and whatever they had as a backup out there. So when he's in there, it seems like their offense flows a little bit and they can score some points. But Matt Ryan, stay bloody, bro. That dude is like a hockey player out there. I know he's from Boston and all that, but you know what I'm saying? He's like, he be coming up injured. Like, look at what I'm going through out here. I was trying to find him an exit door, get him to Pittsburgh or Cleveland or somewhere, where he can get a benefit of that good line and that good running system. He need to get out. He's getting old. He need to bust him at Stafford. He need to do something. So good call with Atlanta, man. We're going to dig into that. But, I talked about last week that and speaking of that Monday game, that the NFL would have loved to flex the hell out of that shit. ESPN would have loved to got the hell out of that them Seahawks and football team game. You know what I mean? Because they didn't want to televise that, especially to everybody on the East Coast. Now here they go. Let's flex some shit now. You know what I'm saying?
We should have started with that. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, now let's flex some shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got the original squad that was out there. You know what I'm saying?
The Niners at Seahawks. Seahawks lose a primetime game.
Yeah, they said we don't want no parts of the Seahawks no more. Look at this. This is a train wreck. Get them off my screen right damn now in favor of the curly-haired one himself, Patrick Mahomes, and the squad in Arrowhead. Primetime lights. They're ready for that. Denver, divisional matchup. So now that becomes what would have been a nice little highlight for the morning games for us on the West Coast to now a primetime game. So that's going to leave the morning a little naked. But let's talk about it right there. Kansas City, a fat 10, dog. When is the last time? See, when we were talking about Kansas City seeing them 10s, it's when you didn't, back in the day, when you didn't have no damn doubt about Kansas City.
That's right. That was last year or 2 years ago.
I don't even see the 10. I got to set up at
not after what 6. Denver's been, not what Denver's been playing like. For some reason, they're counted out and they're making moves for one way or another. Drew Lock or Teddy One Glove, or for one series, or Teddy One Series, whatever you want to call him. I don't know now, but
I think this might be the game that I take that I would think about Kansas City or Denver taking the points against Kansas City, and just to pull Kansas City's card because they haven't been doing it. Right. But they've been winning, but they haven't been doing Kansas City type shit.
No,
right.
Not what everybody's expected them to do in the past.
This might be the game where you test Kansas City at home versus a tough Denver team who've been playing tough. They're not doing anything spectacular, but they're playing tough. So, just show them some love. And that might be a place to look at it. I'll tell you where I was looking on the roster. Okay. The game that I talked a little bit about early. You got young guns, pistols, head to head in the jungle. The boy Joe B ain't playing. Jamar Chase ain't playing. All the rest of their squad, their defense. They got that old defense when Burfict used to take people's heads off and didn't care about penalties defense. That's what they got again over there now. Going against young Herb. Ooh, young Herb got all the weapons. Reminding me of Dan Marino out here. Now they're having a tough time. We talked about them a little bit earlier. They're sitting at 6-5. This goes a long way for them to defeat the upstart Bengals. Now, we know, man, look, I probably done graded the Bengals all year because I wanted to see it. And most of my lines have been coming out all right. I ain't really got whooped, even the times that they lost. They were pretty dead on. This is going to be a nice little matchup for my boy Joe B to show out. This is going to be a good game. Now, I don't know if this is an over situation, right? Like they're calling it, because every time we call it, that's what it ain't.
Right.
What the hell do we know? We don't know a damn thing. Vegas think that it's going to be 50.5. You know what I'm saying? Favoring the Bengals by 3. And then what you got, Joe B?
Yeah, so the Bengals have won 2 in a row, put up 32 points against Las Vegas, put up 41 against Pittsburgh. And then you have the Chargers who are coming off a loss, win, and a loss last week at Denver, where, Joe B seems to be a little bit uneasy at this point.
Yeah, it's off and on. It's hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah, hit and miss. There you go. That's
right
what I was looking for.
Yeah, his consistency ain't got right yet.
But I mean, this could be a game where they're both get right, in my opinion, with the matchup, like you said, both young guys, young guns, as you said, and ready to put on a show. This is definitely the 10 a.m. game to watch.
Yes,
our time for sure. So I'll be at the Trap, but hey, go figure. Seem to be always at the Trap the last 3 weeks. But anyways, I like this matchup a lot. I know, like you said, I don't know if I like the overs, but this might be one of those where the defenses step up. Both of these quarterbacks, play it safe in quarterback talk safe. So we'll see. But I like this matchup a lot between these two. I can't really pick one right now. What side goes on, but I like Joe B. We've liked Joe B all year. I think Joe B is gonna prevail. I just don't know if it can be by 3. I think this could be a pretty close game.
Well, I mean, if I looked at it, if I wanted to make a line on it, I've got where's Cincinnati at? What do I get Cincinnati? I'm tripping. I don't know, but I have the Chargers even, and I've got Cincinnati a half point worse than an average team. And like I said, I've been undervaluing them all year. You know what I mean? So that's a half a point. And then so the rest of that spread is all home field, according to is what Vegas is saying. If they're still handing out 3s for home field, which I don't think a lot of people are doing anymore, but if they're still doing that, then yeah. So I don't know if there's if you're taking the Bengals, you're taking it and you're smiling. That's just what it is. Yeah. You're happy to take that 3 at home because you think we're better. That's what you got to do. But if you're looking at the Chargers in this situation, you're probably happy with your situation too. Going on the road, you know what I'm saying? Going on the road to Cincinnati, weather report check because we pay indoors. But that's the only thing that we're concerned with. We think we can go in there and get them, square up. So I think either side, to be honest, you'd have to find a slim edge somewhere, but it should be a nice little matchup, and it's going to tell us a lot about where the league is going in terms of these young quarterbacks too.
Yep, I like it. Well, let's get moving. We got to get to your Jacksonville Jaguars at your Los Angeles Rams to close it out, and then I'll close it out with a little Seahawks hometown play of the week. What you got for your Rams? This should be an easy walk in the park, right, homie? Or is this another one of those plus 13s we take the other side of?
I don't damn know. What do you mean? What are you asking me? You asking me whether we're going to lose 31-10 to the 49ers? You know what I'm saying? You asking me if we was going to lose to the Titans? Come on, man. I could take losing to the Packers. I could take that. All right, they're better. They're together. I have no idea, but if they don't, it's going to be big problems in them. And SoFi is going to have all kind of cracks in it, from earthquakes and everything, from everybody being pissed off, because that means your shit's not working. The defense is looking soft, bruh. Everybody doing whatever the hell they want. Like I was talking about the Seahawks defense, man. I ain't never seen so many runs, and our whole linebacking crew is all over the place. If somebody get past the first line, the linebacking crew is just all over the place. Now they're in the secondary running free. Jalen Ramsey making tackles on running backs. And it just don't look right. Okay, and Matt Stafford is out here doing some Detroit Lions type shit in the first half these days. I'm not a fan of that. And I said offline last week, I think. Oh, no. I posted that up. Y'all can check me out at homie_anonymous on Twitter. I was shooting out. I said, man, when the Rams mortgaged all of our shit to get offense, we was cool with the offense we were running. We were talking about the system was working, even with goof. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that defense was stiff. It just was not happening. And everybody in the league knew it. Then Talib leaves, Peters leaves. You know what I'm saying? We lose a couple of the dudes that we had in the on linebackers. Lost our safety. He played with safety and corner. Went to the Browns together. It just, I don't know, man. I just can't trust them to stop nobody because now I have to worry about Matt Stafford outscoring people. I don't want to have that problem. I'm not looking for the Showtime Lakers with the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Be efficient, use the tools you got, just be more accurate than goof. That's it. And we right back where we were. But it's not happening because I'm noticing now the defense is the liability because we can't clean up. We wouldn't have been able to clean up Goof's errors, and we're not able to clean up Stafford's errors with this defense. Well, you know what I'm saying? So that's the problem.
In Stafford's defense, isn't he like hurt ankle, hurt knee, hurt arm? I mean, all this stuff right now. So he's working through some injuries. So until he gets right, when Stafford's right, you saw at the beginning of the year, they were putting up some points. They were playing better. But now you got the defensive problems on top of that, and you have Stafford in a little bit of an injury-prone process, similar to what you talked about earlier with Arizona and Kyler Murray last year, right? Mm-hmm. So, until Stafford gets right, this is where you need to put together a short, sweet game plan for him to just make those easy plays. It's the same thing with freaking Russell Wilson, and to make this a get-right game for your Los Angeles Rams, because they should dominate the Jacksonville Jaguars. But if their defense isn't right, Trevor Lawrence could pick them apart.
That's what I'm talking about right there, right? So I'm not concerned about the offense because he made a couple bonehead moves. You know what I'm saying? The 360 out of the end zone 2 weeks ago, man, that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Who are you throwing it to in the end zone blind like you're Magic Johnson? Okay, that was dumb. That was some Carson Wentz type shit. Don't do it. Okay.
Left-handed.
But he can get right. That's not the problem. The defense needs the one that need to be getting right now. They're the ones that need to be getting right because the only thing I had to bank on with this game is that Jacksonville can't score. Right? So now you're going to give them holes to score and get momentum and start feeling themselves?
You got a homie. What? Sorry, what'd you say?
No, I'm saying, but then that's when you have a whole big situation where now all of a sudden what you think is not there.
Do you hear the power washer going on out there?
Hell no.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I hear it.
Soundproof situation you got over there. But to be honest, the only thing
you got a hometown play of the week?
I would love to take 13 and a half, you know what I'm saying? Because I can get these 2 touchdowns on these fools, but that's not the case. I've seen Jacksonville play people tough. Okay. That's just what they've been doing. So what I would do with this game, knowing that Jacksonville can't score, what's been keeping them in their games has been their defense and special teams. But one thing that I will take with this game and feel confident about is the under 48. The Rams aren't going to blow these dudes out. Not the way that they've been looking because we look discombobulated. Okay. Is the defense going to stop these guys? If they have a get back game for the defense, okay, you just hold Jacksonville to their season average. But we're not going to blow anybody out. Under 48.
Under 48. You heard it from the announced big homie. Well, there's not a lot to talk about. We talked about the Seahawks, obviously, earlier a little bit. Got in a little bit in depth. We talked about their offensive game plan and their defense and all the shenanigans and shambles we got going on. So San Francisco at Seattle, we talked about getting flexed out of the Sunday night game to just the regular 1:20 start time or 1:25 probably. So the 49ers are coming to Seattle and they're favored by 3.5. I agree with that scenario, to be honest with you, with the way the Niners have been somehow playing well lately. I'm not going to pick a side. I'm going to stay away from the sides because I don't believe in the riders and I don't know what the hell is going to go on in this game.
Because you're smart.
And, that part. But I do have I think this is going to be Russell's comeback game. I think he's going to get right. I think he's going to put everything together. So my hometown play of the week, I'm rolling with the quarterback for the future, the present and still the future of the Seattle Seahawks, after all this talk. Russell Wilson, 2 TDs, and 315 yards passing.
Okay.
So going with the prop because, like I said, I don't trust these WWE entrepreneurs that they're putting in these places right now. So I'm sticking with R-Dub. I have faith in you, Russ. You're going to do it right this week. So Russell Wilson, 2 TDs, 315 yards passing. Let's go.
If not, his agent has the fishing pole out. I guarantee it. Because guess what we were just talking about earlier? The damn 49ers and what they do. They don't even throw the ball to nobody but George Kittle, bro, which is great, right?
Or Debo on that screen, like you said.
Debo is doing all kind of wild stuff, man. Okay, he's a running back. He's screen out the back. Okay, he's everything, except for when you need to throw it. And then they throwing it to dudes you ain't never heard of, like Dwelly and all kind of stuff to advance the ball. Now, if you get made to look bad while Debo is out here doing everything, and DK is just lined up out far, just running posts, running corners, and no in-between routes, no energy, and no mindfulness to get him in the game, get the ball in his hands. What they say, you got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. If that happens, woo, Russ is going to be lined up. Pittsburgh, I don't know why. Shit, Houston is indoors. You know what I mean? I don't know why he was thinking about Chicago. Who the hell wants to play there? That shit's hella cold. But anyway,
Russell ain't going anywhere.
Man,
nonsense. He ain't going nowhere. I actually thought he might have last year, but no.
I think he's gonna get everybody fired. He got to get everybody fired. That's the only way he stays there. Is he got to get everybody fired, or he got to get somebody that comes in on the strength and lobby for offense. That's what keeps him there. Because other than that, because what were they talking about 2 years ago? Let Russ cook, right?
Let Russ cook, yep.
And then you start handing the ball off, and then that shit was down to a slow simmer.
Yeah, slow simmer. Well, that's gonna be a discussion for another day. So shout out again to Trent at Trent Hindu 24 on Twitter for his review. Thank you, man. A mug is coming your way. Thanks everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, review the show. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch there. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. You can follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Anonymous Big Homie, at homie_anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
Use those hashtags. Check those hashtags. Hashtag Stix and Sports. We got you. Homie, again, 2 years for us, brother. That's how we do.
Hey.
And we're going to keep balling and keep doing what we do. What you got for the people, my brother?
Shit, after 2 years, not only have we been here, but so has the damn COVID. More variants. You got Omicron and all of this shit. I'm telling you, we're not doing right. Because you go to Austria. Austria is handing people out free brothel tickets to get a vaccine. You in the United States ain't doing enough. Give me a damn ticket, one free ride at the brothel. You know what I'm saying? They have everybody lined up to get vaccinated. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Austria. This is fun.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag Stix and Sports.
Winners don't make excuses.
This is Funner.